Now, back in 2015, if I'm gonna tell the story, I'm gonna tell the truth. Back in 2015, I was in Slater Center Park in White Plains, right? The founder of New York. I don't give a damn. They ain't find nothing. Everything's a lie. Just like the British was here and blah blah blah. Christopher Columbus sailed and made all the world and blah blah blah. And well, did he find out if the world was flat or round? I don't know. I don't care. Now, I'm Native American. I don't want to hear that shit. Now, excuse my language. Now, I was sitting in Slater Center Park, right there over there. You know where. If you've been to White Plains, New York, you know where. Slater Center Park, where they usually have the NA meetings. I was sitting there. Somebody was sharing their little blunt with me at the time. And my daughter was running around on the playground. And my son was sitting in the stroller. Look, I couldn't have been that high because I remember it like it was yesterday. So even if I was high, I wasn't that high, right? Even if I was high, and to be honest, it's not even a drug. Well, it's not coke or crack, all right? So I really don't understand why it's been all this time, but you know how the devil works and whatever else and this blah 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 crap. Now, my son was sitting in the stroller. He was eating cheese doodles. My daughter was running around on the playground. My daughter got down off of the playground and wanted to run outside the park. I passed the dude the blunt or whatever I did with the blunt, and I got up and I went outside the park, outside the fence, the gate, and to go get my daughter. She ran up the steps. I went after her. Come on, go back down, go back in the park, go play. Do you know I lost my kids over a heat stroke? That's the real truth of it. It had nothing to do. If it was the drug or whatever, I would have been stuck. I wouldn't have been able to go and get my daughter and have her go back in the park if it was the drug. I caught a heat stroke. I remember because I looked up. I was like, damn, it's hot. And when I looked up, I blacked out. I looked up towards the sun or towards where the heat was coming from, and I blacked out. So I lost my kids over a heat stroke. It ain't had nothing to do with any drugs. Okay. Okay. On top of that, I was the one getting fucking abused. Okay. Okay. And I dealt with it the best way I can. So if somebody offered to smoke with me and I didn't have any money, at least I had my kids, okay? I didn't drop them off or leave them somewhere or blah, blah, blah. I had them in the park. Yeah, you could say, well, you should have never been in the park, blah, blah, blah. It don't matter. It was better than being in that fucking crack-infested shelter. There's people that's been there for 3 and 4 years and still ain't make it out of there. I haven't even been in the shelter 90 days. On top of that, during the winter, actually no, it was longer than 90 days, I think. Probably was. It was probably about 5 months. Well, on top compared to your 3 and 4 years, 5 months ain't shit. Now, that's how it used to be. I don't know how it is now. So, if you want to sit here and say, oh, well, you lost your kids because of a heat stroke, because somebody was doing fraud. It's called fraudulent activities. That's probably how a lot of things are ran. Yeah, when you ran this whole shit into the ground. Like Eminem said, I'm all for America. Fuck the government. I'm with him.